Here are the three things I wish I knew before moving to Tijuana, Mexico. Number one is having to pay cash for your rent every month on the first. I'm somebody who likes to be able to pay online, and the only inconvenience is having to pay cash every month. So I think that it would be probably more worth it just to get an Airbnb, honestly, because then you don't have to have the burden of having to pay cash. And sometimes you even have to go to a different destination to pay your rent in cash in person. And so that can be kind of inconvenient. So I would prefer probably just to get an Airbnb moving forward and not have to worry about that. So you can just pay everything online. Number two is going to be the apartments with amenities. So, when you're looking for apartments to rent in Tijuana, Mexico, and you're seeing these really nice apartments with a pool and like a gym and all these crazy amenities, it's not always what it seems. So when it comes to these apartments, I've looked at a ton of apartments in Mexico, in Tijuana, and usually the amenities are either not built yet or are just unavailable at the moment. So there were some where they posted online. It looked so nice. It had all these cool amenities, and some of the places that I went to, they were just like, "Oh yeah, it'll be done in like 6 to 8 months or a year or whatever." At different apartments, and I'm like, what? That's crazy. And I noticed that being a trend. And then some other places that had these amenities, that the apartment building was all built and everything, they said the amenities were unavailable for like a good 6 or 7 months. And I'm like, bro. So it's not always what it seems. Make sure that you ask them before going, or you at least make sure you ask them about it in person when you're there checking out the apartment, because it's never what it seems, and that seems to be a pretty common trend in Mexico. And the third reason would be double deposits. So in Mexico, if you're not a Mexican resident, you are going to need a cosigner. If you do not have a cosigner to sign for your apartment lease, then you're going to have to leave a double deposit, which can, add up and be kind of hefty. So you have to keep that in mind, because even if you do have friends in Mexico, they may not want to sign for you and be responsible for you leaving your lease or anything like that. So you want to make sure you have that money ready. So you're going to need a double deposit, plus the rent to give upfront. And yeah, so that's why I say that I think Airbnb is just easier and better. It might be a little bit more expensive for an Airbnb, but it's more convenience with being able to pay online, no deposit, just the rent, and that's it.